Neo presents a game by and avoid panic by The Clue.
Hello everybody, I'm your favorite neighborhood Let's Player Spider. I want to welcome you to Let's Play Blind The Clue. This has been asked for me to play by somebody. I'll add it in the editing, because I can't remember right now on the top of my head. But thank you for suggesting this. Based on the novel, not the movie, I guess. Southampton, January 29th, 1994. So, I guess they moved the timeline to the date of the game when they released it. Maybe. Tragic. Here lies B.S. Lean. Okay, stupid France. No rational man is driving on the right side of the street. Now, he's British. He should be British. Then again, everybody in the Clue movie are British, I think. Dear mourners, today we came together to blah 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 blah. Sniffle, mumble, blah blah, murmur, blah, sob.
I've been thinking Matt had never got a driving license. He never got one.
Sniffle. Guess somebody died in a car crash or something. I have no idea what the game is about. Except it's based on a novel, and there was a movie called The Clue.
And the car? Right off. No, that's not what I meant. Mean meant. Oh yeah, it wasn't his own.
Snuff.
Fabian, here, take my hanky. Took you a long time to help her, Herb.
Gulp. Sniffle sob. Here, Inspector, take that hanky. So there's already an inspector on the site.
Let's have a drink afterwards. Sounds fine to me.
Just be dead for one day and your friends will have feasts again.
Stop, shiver.
Bye, Sabian. And apparently we gone to the docks. I'll just let it load until we get to the game, I guess. Victoria Station, February 3rd, 1953. So suddenly we go 40 years back. 9:03.
This is where it all started. Yes, on this worn-out marble-tiled floor 41 years ago. It was the time when everybody just longed to forget the pain and the misery of the worn-out mob of the Second World War. An unbelievable zest for living spread among the young generation. It was expressed in the new wild kind of music that was played in the scores of new pubs that popped up like mushrooms in every part of the town. It was important to live in the present. Nobody wanted to think of the past, nor did anyone care about the future. This was the general mood when a young man from the country arrived in this town. He didn't have a single penny, but his head was full of dreams. Ignoring all the risks and dangers of this big city, he was determined to try his luck in London. The name of this brave young fellow was Matt Stuyvesant. Well, and now it's time for you to appear on the scene, Matt.
Breaking the fourth wall there much? So let's have a look. I guess Matt is narrating himself. Kind of reminds me of somebody. Can't think of who, really. Well, let's take a look at the surrounding. So this is London's most famous train station. The gateway of the continent, as it says over there. There's nobody here who would be worth talking to. Okay, let's walk to Holland Street. You have to expect some very long loading times at times, because this is on 4 discs. But yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, so I'm just looking around and figuring it out. It's an adventure game. At the end of Holland Street, you can see the Ugly Dog Hotel. Another peculiar building in this street is a traditional pub called the Fat Man's Pub. Moreover, you notice two small shops, but at first sight, it is not obvious what is being traded there. There's also useful things. That is propriety of F. Maloya, apparently. I think that's one of the other shops that he's talking about. Frank Maloya. Oh, he's the proprietor of useful things. Aged above 40, Frank is tall and rather slim. He looks cunning and knows exactly how to hide his true feelings and thoughts. I've seen enough. That's enough. Let's talk to Frank. Once we get there, that is. I'm Frank Maloya. Maybe you'd fancy coming to see me in 7 Holland Street sometime. What's your job? I'm a dealer. Have you ever had any trouble with the police? Nothing could be ever be proved. Got any experience yet? I'm interested in cars. Like my Indian ancestors, I've got a good nose for any kind of danger. Don't you think this would make me a good lookout man? And also, I have the worst accent ever. I don't even know why this accent exists. Well, maybe I've got a... There's 2 of us. Okay, but I'll claim 90% of the prey. That's definitely too much. This is my offer. You'd better give it a good think. In any case, you know where you can find me. See you soon. What am I even doing here? Am I a crook? I thought I was some kind of a cop. Or inspector. Maybe I'm undercover. Who knows? I don't know myself. So let's walk. Let's go to Fat Man's Pub. Taking a look around of the surrounding, this seems to be a very comfortable and popular pub. This might be the right place to establish interesting or useful contacts. Richard Doyle. A funny chap. Obviously he loves telling jokes and drinking beer. Justin is not only pretty, but also intelligent. A very interesting girl. Justin. Girl. Does not compute. Does not compute at all. So let's talk to Richard. Nice to meet you. You look like you only recently arrived here, haven't you? Come on, I'll make you a welcome drink. A welcome drink? You can order anything you like. Whiskey, vodka, beer. I like how they spelled it vodka with a W. If you fancy drinking beer, I can really recommend something special. Continental beer. What's your job? I'm a waiter. Have you ever had trouble with the police? Only because of false parking and the like. Got any experience yet? What are you talking about? Apparently nothing. What was the matter with Continental beer? I was an army cook during the Second World War, and finally I ended up in a small Austrian town called Leoben. They really knew a lot about brewing good beer down there, even though its flavor may seem a bit unusual to someone who is used to British beer. It is still very tasty, even for our standards. It is called Gusser. After I had opened the Fat Man's Pub, I started importing it. Cool. See you soon. Now let's talk to the girl Justin White, or Wastin Jite, or whatever I was about to say. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. This is an old wisdom of all those who played the blues. Tell me something about the blues! Only a short time ago, I also used to know very little about this kind of music, but Jack Motard really knows how to play it. What was the matter with Jack Motard? He's a nice guy, and he knows a whole lot about music. Most people don't take him for what he is. He's very deft, and all of what he knows, he has taught himself.
Self-taught musician. Cool.
That picture really reminds me of somebody, but I can't quite grab who or from where.
What's your job?
I'm a housewife.
Have you ever had trouble with the police?
No, I've never committed any crime. So I'm looking for some kind of a group to do heists with.
Let's think. Let's think about own tools. My hand. Value £1. I can sell my own fist to somebody, apparently. Requires knowledge of fight. 3% to be used for wooden door, guard, showcase, window. Ah, billydings. Let's see, billydings. I haven't got it yet. That's enough. This is one weird game. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it's weird. It's really odd. Because I don't know what I'm doing here. Apparently, I'm preparing for some heists. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Do you know Winnetou? What a strange coincidence. Only yesterday, Inspector Gludo was here and asked me exactly the same question.
Gludo? Really? Not Clouseau? It was really close.
I booked a room in advance. Under which name? Matt Stuyvesant.
Let's see, what else is there? Mark Goldberg, Arthur McLean, Tom Martison, John Brixley. Stuyvesant.
I'm sorry, but there is no room booked in advance under this name. However, we've still got several vacant rooms. You would have to pay for 3 nights in advance.
I'm sorry, but I haven't got a single penny on me. My purse has been stolen.
Awfully sorry, but you can't have a room for free. You'd better make your way to the police office in Watling Street and lay a complaint against the thief.
I didn't even know that we had stuff stolen from us. So let's go to Mr. Pooley's. Because why not? Expensive looking place.
Even if this guy with his glasses seems to be an honorable businessman,
the goods he offers could also come from illegal sources. Maybe it could pay to visit him, bringing some haul. Mr. Pooley looks weak and unimpressive, but his age, about 42, and his glasses may well be a sign of intelligence.
Oh, really?
What do you trade in?
In principle, I'm trading in everything, but I've got the most contacts in the fields of jewelry, vases, gold, and furniture.
Good to know.
Walk.
Spect.
Respect.
Spect.
What?
That's how it goes. In my interpretation, it goes like that. Victoria Station. Not really anything to look about. Let's call a taxi. And go somewhere. I'd like to...
Surprise, surprise, young man, I'm Dan Stafford in person. May I congratulate you to being the millionth client of our taxi transport company. You can hardly believe it, can you? And you don't have the faintest idea about how this lucky chance will change your life. Dear young man, may I present to you a free ticket valid for 1 whole year in all taxis belonging to our company.
Lucky. Okay, let's go to Watling Street. Let's go and report about the theft, which happened when I didn't even know. So let's take a look around. Surrounding. Obviously the most important building in the street is a bar. The sign at the door says the Walrus and Yellow Shades. It really does look very promising from the outside. There's also a tool shop and something that looks like an antique dealer's store. Finally, there's an important police station in this street. There's nobody here to be worth talking to. Well, let's go to the police station. Help! Police! Church police! Anybody get that? I'd like to I'd like to make a complaint. Our man for complaints is Mr. Red Stanson. If you'd like to talk to him, please. Please what? Gludo hasn't even noticed that I stole his police identity card, which was lying on the table. I guess we're a better thief than I thought. We got ourselves, so now we can call ourselves an inspector. Inspector Gludo. P-Jam today, live at 2100. Maybe I should be coming back here to have some jamming good times. To Mrs. Parker's.
What kind of a shop is this then? I wonder.
I should be pixelating that statue. Hi! Oh, Frank is here as well. So let's take a look at the surrounding. All of these statues and sculptures are very precious, but the clients don't seem to be too much concerned about money. This lady seems to know a whole lot about this métier. Mrs. Parker is about 30 or 35 years old. Though she seems to be a career woman, she also makes a fair and good-humoured impression. And she's got a lovely smile. What do you trade in?
Well, you see, I'm mainly trading in paintings, statues, precious historic objects, furniture, and especially flowers.
Nice facial expression as well. Maybe I should make that face when I talk as her.
You see, I'm mainly trading in paintings, statues, precious historic objects, and furniture, especially flowers.
Does that work? Well, I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. I haven't got a clue. My jokes are so bad. Tools shop. The shop seems to be well kept. The tools are in a good state and the shop assistant is competent enough. Well, they should be. This admirable woman knows how to get what she wants, even in this world of males. And obviously, a lot of people here respect her knowledge and good manners. Well, they should. Respect women. That's what I always say. Could you please show me the hammer? That is a hammer, all right. Okay, thanks a lot. Would you tell me something about the Jemmy? Because I have no idea what the Jemmy is.
There is not very much about this crowbar. It is commonly known that its main use is for cracking doors or cupboards.
Well, opening things, not just breaking into things. It has many uses other than just a tool for burglary. Yeah. They didn't really think about this when they typed all of those descriptions, didn't they? Well, I should try to make some money to get all that stuff, but I don't know how to do this. What is even the whole story about this game? There was first somebody's dead in the future, and now we're here in the past doing things. Guess it's as good as mine. At last, a really cool place. The light yellow of the tables, the blue chairs, the simple interior design. I guess I could feel alright here. Smith appears to live for his career. I'm sure he's working his way up. Mr. Chickenwing, the chief constable, is very busy and rather corpulent. Still, I guess I shouldn't underestimate this man. Professor Schmidt's wife. She seems highly intelligent but a little bit shy. This woman looks as if she had a lot of hidden qualities. Stanford seems to live for his job. He doesn't even take off his working clothes in his free time. Altogether, he appears intelligent and sociable. I guess Stanford is the bartender. Maybe. Hello, Mr. Stuyvesant. Nice to meet you. What's your job? I'm a waiter and student. Have you ever had trouble with the police? No, I have never committed any crime. So what else, Red Stanson? Can you prove your identity? Oh, Mr. Stuyvesant. What a weird name, thank you. What's your job? I'm a policeman. Well, that certainly was an invigorating conversation. If you keep standing around here for more longer, I'll arrest you on charge of vagrancy. What's your job? I'm a chief constable. Really, we're in a bar and you would arrest us for vagrancy. That's not how it works. Besides, nobody else has a complaint about us. Yet.
Hello, Mr. Stuyvesant. Nice to meet you.
What's your job?
I'm a housewife.
Have you ever had trouble with the police?
No, I have never committed any crime.
Good for you. Hello, my name is Stan Stanford. You have already come to know and to appreciate my Stanford Cabs. We are one of the largest cab companies in London. Now, after Mark Smith has left the company, blah, blah, blah. What was the matter with cab companies? I founded the Stanford Taxi Company 3 years ago, following the American example. I got this idea during the war when I was working as a driver for an American major. I know London just as perfectly as my own pocket, and all my drivers have had the same qualification, as well as being secure and fast car drivers. What was the matter with car? I still get my cars from Mark. His shop is in Wellington Road. What's your job? I'm a taxi driver. Have you had trouble with the police? No, I've never committed any crime. Well, fancy that. Let's go to some other place and see what happens. How about Carson Vans, Wellington Road? Let's check the place out. New and used cars. Excuse me, but you happen to look very much like someone I know. You're not by any chance a relative of Sir Henry of Yorkshire? A relative of whom? Sir Henry of Yorkshire. But excuse me, I must have been mistaken. I should have known that the Yorkshire would never simply lose 20 pounds. Luckily my weary eyes have seen the money falling out of your... What? Luckily, my weary eyes have seen the money falling out of your pocket. You had better take care of your money in the future, otherwise you might end up with a single penny left. And after all, if you don't look after your pennies, you won't keep your pounds either. Have a nice day. What a strange way to get some dough. But these 20 pounds come quite handy for me. Yeah, we didn't drop any money, and apparently we got money. Apart from a car park with several cars, the car dealer's area also comprises a workshop. In the front area there is a house with an office and several apartments in it. Well, it wasn't a complete waste, at least. We got some money. For what? I don't know. I guess we could go to Watling Street and buy some tools. We can see, so we got the money. Tool shop, then. So we can start breaking into places later. I'd like to buy the Jemmy. Have fun using your new tool, and if you need anything else, you might as well drop in on us again. We got new items coming in all the time. Well, I'll buy some gloves. Yes, it's not really a tool. I'll buy the hammer. That's 10 pounds used. I guess I could get the axe as well. So we got all of those. Thanks a lot. And goodbye. This game is something. I don't know why this is called The Clue, because as far as I know, I've never seen the movie, but as far as I know, it's a comedy. Some kind of a murder mystery comedy. At least that's what I think. I've never seen, like I said, I've never seen the movie. I know one of my favorite actors, Tim Curry, is in it. That's all I know. I should watch the movie. I had thought of watching it last week, but then I forgot. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do in here. This game doesn't give you any kind of clue on what you're supposed to do. Apparently, you're a thief who's come to London to rob stuff, and then you get the stuff that you need, and, well, get the stuff, then sell them, get money, buy those tools. That kind of it's a heist kind of thing, I guess. I ain't got no idea. But I think I'm going to leave it here. Maybe I'll continue this next week. I think I will. I'm curious a little bit of how to get the heists going or how to rob places. So, we'll see. Next week. So until then, hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning, and I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye. I also just noticed my whole face here is lit up like a freaking Christmas light. It's because natural light. Sun, yes, please. Give me all your light and make me look like a Two-Face. Maybe I am Two-Face, except my face hasn't burned up or anything.